Hey guys, what is going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be reviewing the midfielder cards. Now before we get into the midfielder cards, I saw a lot of comments in the last video basically saying that the video was pointless, that there's no point in reviewing the cards because obviously they have very good stats and there's just no point in reviewing them. And that's true, but I'm not really necessarily reviewing the cards. It's more about just talking about it and just looking at them from a perspective from a different perspective, right? So that's all it really is. It's just a discussion videos. That's kind of like what we do in every single video we do on this channel, so don't take it to heart. Obviously all of these midfielders, Conte, De Bruyne, and Modrich, they're all meta. There's no question about it, right? They're all going to be gods in the game. This is a type of team of the year, right, that is very good, right? It's not like there was one year, I think it was a year or two ago, where Bonucci was one, but Bonucci was a crap card, right? He was like a crap team of the year card. But they significantly upgraded team of the year cards nowadays. Like, obviously the card's very expensive. We all know that. These are probably cards people are probably never going to get in their teams, right? But if you look at the stats that EA gave them, right? They actually gave them unbelievable stats, right? Because they basically gave them the best version of their card for their entire year, because that makes sense. It's their team of the year. It's the best version. So when you look at someone like Modric, right? Modric has never received stats like this before in the past, right? If I could see, I don't know how to look at other FIFA 19 players, FIFA 18 players. So if we look at FIFA 18, because Modric was obviously one of the players in FIFA 18, I'm gonna go check out his team of the year here, right? So Modric. If it shows up, and it doesn't show up, FIFA 18 player base. I think Modric is one of the top, or he should be one of the top players. I don't know why I can't search for his name here. It's really weird. I guess it doesn't work here. Maybe I could search on the main page. No, the main page would only search up the new cards. Yeah, I think I could do it on Footbin or Foothead though. So I'm gonna go on Foothead, because Foothead, I think I know how to do it. I'm sure there's a way on Footbin, but I'm not really too familiar with the website too much. Oh, it's changed on Foothead too. The format is different. Oh no, it's the same thing. I got it. Okay, so with Modric's card here, FIFA 18, right? This is his team of the year card. Look at his team of the year from this year or from last year in comparison to this year, right? People are gonna be like, Inception, obviously he won player of the year, blah blah. It's not just about player of the year. He has a 99 player rating. If he got a 96 player rating, he would still get significant stat increases, right? He's 90 above and everything. In this, he's 80 in pace. 80 in pace is already like you want to improve that more, you know? It's a team of the year. It's the best version of the card, right? 85, 83 physical, 86 shooting. So I'm very happy that when EA made these team of the year cards, they significantly increased them. And the same could be said for the other cards as well, with even, Kevin De Bruyne, right? Kevin De Bruyne now has defending stats, right? If we look at his defensive stats, he has some decent stats here and there, right? He doesn't have the slide tackle, so on and so forth, but he even has defending stats. Now, in previous years, when they used to do these huge upgrades for team of the years and stuff, they didn't really care about those specific areas, right? But they made the player essentially as perfect as possible, right? So it's really cool that they did all these really significant changes for a team of the year card, because it's the best version of their card, and it's really awesome. So very happy that they did that, because even Conte, I think Conte had like a very similar upgrade. I don't think it was like a huge difference, because he has these 95s. These are like special versions. I think it's this one that's his team of the year. Yeah, so it's very similar, right? So this is a really good upgrade from last year, and this was obviously a fantastic card last year too. But very similar upgrades, ups in the 2s and the 3s, so they still upgraded it even more, which is fantastic, right? But we're gonna be taking a look at the stats of the cards now. A huge one that they upgraded is going to be Modric. Now, right off the bat, he's high, medium, and work rate. Oh, he's high in work rates. Modric is high in work rates nowadays. That's actually really good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I did not know he was high in work rates. Wow, he actually is high in work rates. Yeah, he used to be high medium. That's sick, man. Dude, this card is unbelievably usable now. Like, this card was like, okay, cool, you would use it, but like no defense, no physical. But like this card, this right here is a card, man. It's high work rates. I didn't know that. You could play him as a CDM, a center mid. Dude, you could even play him as a cam, actually. You could play him as a cam, you could play him as a striker. I wouldn't recommend using him as a striker, but dude, play him as a cam, as a center mid, as a CDM. This guy's going to be awesome, dude. He has all the dribbling capabilities, which is great. His dribbling is obviously going to be very fast, especially since his center of gravity is low because he is 5'8". Acceleration, sprint speed, really good for a midfielder too. His transitioning left and right will be awesome. His shooting has been significantly improved too, right? He even has shot power. He has a finishing. Like I said, these are awesome stat changes, right? The jump from the regular versions of the cards to the team of the years are really nice. 73 heading accuracy doesn't matter because he has a 791 jumping. Now, heading accuracy always does matter, right? But obviously, it's really cool. It's really cool to have the jumping in the midfield, even though he's 5'8". He doesn't have the heading accuracy, but at least he can somewhat win the ball in the air, which is very nice, right? I look at the chemistry styles in the last video too, and a lot of people say, Inception, why are you looking at chemistry styles when the players are already upgraded? Like I said, guys, I don't think chemistry styles are upgraded by that much, but if you can make the player as perfect as possible, that's what you should aim for, right? So for me personally, when I look at this card, I want to increase the finishing and the sprint speed as much as possible, so I'd probably give him a hunter card, right? To give him that sprint speed of 10, that finishing of a +5, because as you guys know, finishing is a little bit inconsistent right now, so making it as perfect as possible I think would be the ideal situation. He already has a composure, agility, balance, all that stuff, so that's what I would give him. Having the strength and aggression would be great to improve as well, but he is 5'8", so that's still going to be pretty decent for a 5'8" player, right? So like I said, I don't think the chemistry styles, I don't think you're going to notice a huge difference because it's the team of the year cards, but you should still add a chemistry style. It's not like you're going to play the card on basic and be like, yeah, it's going to be fine, right? But wow, that is expensive. You know what sucks about FIFA this year, I feel like the only real way to make money in this game is by spending it on FIFA points or trading on the market. And that shouldn't really be the case. Like, gameplay should give you coins as well. Like, actually playing the game should allow you to eventually get to these types of players. If you play a lot, you win a lot, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's just not the case nowadays. So I'm never going to see the light of day with a card like this, even at the end of the game, even if they're really cheap, because as much as you could play FUT Champs, even if you get like top 100s and stuff, you won't really get that much unless you get really lucky in your top 100 packs. And I've seen people who've gotten like top 100 like 8 times this year, and their team is still not generic, but they have like the Neymar, the Pogbas, and the Contes, but they don't even have like the legends yet, like not even at the Laurent Blancs or the Patrick Vieira's or the Ruud Gullits yet. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, but should they be able to get that? They should, because in Ultimate Team, you should be able to use more than one team without having the hindrance of having to buy and sell, right? Like, it should just be like, here's my one team, here's my second team, here's my third team. Like, that's what the way the game should be, right? To have fun with it. And it just sucks because this is really expensive. Like, this is ridiculously expensive. That's like, you only can spend FIFA points or trade on the market. And you have to be really good at trading on the market. People, this is a discussion I want to have. People say that, like, it's your fault if you don't trade on the market. I disagree completely, because I feel like when you play or when you buy a video game, it's to play the video game, right? You shouldn't be forced to use the transfer market to be able to get the players in game, because the gameplay is a thing, and the gameplay is there for no reason, because you make more money from not playing the game than from actually playing the game. And I think that's a huge issue in FIFA nowadays, but the game's kind of a cash cow, so it kind of makes sense, right? Next card we have here is Kevin De Bruyne. Obviously going to be fantastic as well. His shooting is going to be unbelievable, especially with that 5-star weak foot, right? High in work rates with defensive capabilities now, which is awesome. I would 100% use this guy as a cam or a center mid. CDM, possible to use him, and you'll have an extra attacking presence with him for sure. He's going to be less expensive than Modrich. Well, Modrich does have it in the 90s with defending and stuff. But 3.8 mil is a significant difference for sure. Doesn't have the jumping, but he is 5'11", so it kind of like, it's funny because you can have like 90 jumping than being 5'7", and then you could be like 6 foot with like 80 jumping, then 6 foot's obviously better, right? So it just depends on how they play in game. This card's obviously going to be fantastic as well. Good dribbling, good pace, good shooting, good passing. The downfalls of the card is obviously the defending and stuff. So if you want to use him as a CDM or a center mid, I would highly recommend giving him a shadow card, right, to increase the acceleration, sprint speed, and defensive stats as much as possible, because he's amazing at everything else, right? He's fantastic at everything else. Not amazing, fantastic at it. So would definitely be worth looking into that. People told me about Marksman the other day. So Marksman's the one that gives physical, shooting, and dribbling. I actually figured that out later on in the video. Some people, when they make the comments in the YouTube section, they'll watch one segment, go to the comment section right away instead of just watching the rest of the video and seeing if I figure it out or not. But 4-star skill modes, this card's obviously going to be very good too. EPL player too. So lots to link up with there. Same thing with Real Madrid, right? Real Madrid, you could put like a lot of players, Marcelo, Sergio Ramos, Varane, blah, blah, right? And then just work around that. And last player we have here is N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante is going to be very similar to his card last year, right? Last year, his team of the year was awesome. No matter what anyone tells you, though, you will always notice the lack of height with the card. Always. It'll always be a thing no matter what anybody tells you. There's going to be specific scenarios where his height is going to screw you. But in general, in terms of everything else about him in the game, he's awesome, right? Transitioning left and right with him, he has the work rates to stay back. He can push up, push forward, push up, push forward, push up, push back, attacking and defensively really well. He now has finishing with good composure and good shot power, good long shots. Doesn't have the volleys, but it doesn't matter because having a CDM, right, that can shoot, people don't really look at that much, but it's very, very important, right? Because if you have a CDM that can shoot, those guys are the ones that you have on stay back while attacking. If they get into a position outside the 18-yard box to be able to pop in a shot, they're going to be very ideal to use, right? So Kante is obviously going to be fantastic. He has passing stats as well, which is great. He has good physical stats now too. So being 5'6" with good physical attributes is going to be very, very important for the card. So he has good defensive stats. Doesn't have the heading accuracy, but he does have 86 jumping, so it helps out a little bit. So that's the physical presence part you're going to be missing. There's 2 or 3. One is the jumping, because even though he has 86 jumping, he's still 5'6". So the physical players inside in the midfield, right, will still win the ball mostly over him. It's still possible for him to win the ball, but not always. And interceptions wise, he's going to be a god at intercepting it, right? It's just those very specific interceptions that his height is going to be a hindrance for him to reach for the ball, right? It's going to go past him regardless of if he has 80 and 99 interceptions or not, because of his 5'6" height. If he was like 5'10", 5'11", then oh my god, this card would be god tier, right? But yeah, you'll still notice that with the card. But again, another good team of the year. I know that George Best released as well. With George Best's card, I think I'm going to save those ones and just review the team of the years for now. So that way, if they don't release any cool content for team of the year, I could do the icon videos as its own thing and then just go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Again, guys, this is just a discussion. Obviously, these players are god tier. You don't really need to watch these videos. It's just me having a discussion with my viewers in terms of the team of the year cards that are coming out, so on and so forth. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a thumbs up on it. Definitely helps out the channel a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Love you guys.